moments where dangerous rhinos attack and destroy everything that stands in their way. Rhinos are big African animals. They are worldly known by their horns located in the top of their heads. They demonstrate the authority to not get intimidated by lions, elephants, humans, neither a car. Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to show you some moments where dangerous rhinos attack and destroy everything that stands in their way. But before that, hit a like button and subscribe to our channel. In today's video, you will watch surprising African rhino attacks, such as rhino attacking bull, rhino attacking lion, rhino attacking rhino, rhino versus elephant, and a lot more. Rhino versus hippo. Can you imagine what happens when rhinos encounter wild animals? The confrontation between rhinoceros and hippo. The victim was repeatedly attacked by the ferocious, pushing its horns against the mouth and neck. After disembarking, they resumed the battle. The hippo was attacked by rhinoceros horns, causing it to constantly writhe in agony. The encounter went on for quite some time. Rhino versus lion. Will the victim escape the ferocious rhinoceros? In Kruger National Park, an injured lion is trying to run away from a fierce mother rhino. The chase went on for quite a while. Before that, the lion had killed the baby rhino, causing the child's mother to frantically chase and attack the opponent. Rhinos constantly chase them away in order to protect their cubs from two hungry lions. Two white rhinos give these sleeping lions a wake-up call in the wild. Are lions really the king of the jungle, or are they just plain scared cats? See what happens in this real wildlife encounter when two white rhinos stumble upon two lions sleeping in the forest. Who takes fright and who ends up with the title of King of the Jungle in this rhino versus lions encounter? Rhino versus bull. In this video, the African bull is also one of the biggest animals in the continent, but compared to rhino, it is not that big. The largest rhino can weigh up to 3.5 tons, only behind the elephants. When these two animals meet each other, an eye-to-eye battle happens. In this video, an African bull makes the decision to challenge the rhino that apparently he was mad. He pushes it hard, completely ignoring the bull's 900 kilograms, dragging like it's nothing. The rhino doesn't look satisfied and once again decides to show his strength, raising the buffalo and throwing it to the ground that ran away after that. Rhino fighting. These two rhinos go head-to-head over territory, and it's obvious one of the rhinos is stronger than the other. The pushing and shoving go on for a few seconds, until the stronger rhino pushes the other rhino into the grass, behind the tree, where we no longer can see what is happening. In a game reserve in southern Africa, a baby white rhino suckles its mother. When a large bull rhino appears, the atmosphere changes in an instant. Around the still suckling mother and calf, the bull begins spray marking its territory. It then turns on the mother, much to the calf's chagrin. The calf is then attacked. The calf is tossed into the air by the bull, and its mother rushes to its rescue. The bull turns on the mother as the calf flees for safety, driving her backward and lifting her front legs clean off the ground. The battling duo closes in on the automobiles of onlookers, causing them to flee in terror. Finally, as the terrified calf circles the struggle, the mother retreats down the road, away from the camera and the bull. Rhino versus rhino. This appears to be a territorial conflict. The spray marking that the male does is the clue. White rhinos are lonely and possessive of their territory. Females, on the other hand, are not, and they frequently travel beyond territory claimed by various males. In this video, you can see this rhino delivering it to another rhino. This rhino is being attacked from all angles, and the rhino being attacked has numerous injuries to show. When one of the dueling rhinos succeeds to flank the other, he inflicts a lot of damage. Rhinos have strong skin, yet their horns are powerful and may pierce through other rhino's skin. It looks like it's the end for the weaker rhino as he falls to the ground. During this bloody battle, these two rhinos inflict major injuries to one another as they battle through the grass and mud. One of the rhinos is badly injured, and it is rumored it died moments after the battle. Rhino versus buffalo. What happens when large animals fight finds out right now on Survival. Wild buffalo battles rhino, an uncompromising fight of giants. Both animals are herbivores, but don't be mistaken, they will aggressively defend their own interests. Here we see a rare time when a rhinoceros clashes with a wild buffalo. This promises to be a battle between the two heavyweights of the savanna in order to protect his territory. One of the big male buffaloes is attempting to drive off the rhino and its herd. It is estimated that the rhino weighs about 2.5 tons. Meanwhile, the wild buffalo probably weighs around 600 kilograms. Each rhinoceros hit carries immense power, and with the continuous tempo like that puts the buffalo at a distinct disadvantage despite the unfavorable factors in terms of strength. This brave spirit and threat of the surrounding herd are successful. The rhino gave up and left just in time. The confrontation ended well, fortunately, despite taking place in a fiery atmosphere. There were no casualties. Rhino versus hyenas. Hyenas have always been known as the opportunists of the wild, as they take any chance they can get to steal another predator's food, but they take any opportunity they can to go in for the kill themselves. This incredible video of an injured rhino being attacked by hyenas. There were 3 rhinos and a clan of hyenas. The hyenas kept biting at a rhino's backside, while the rhino was moving around trying to get the hyenas away. Rhino was slightly injured, and that's why the hyenas were taking their chances. One of the hyenas ripped of the rhino's tail, and then they started biting it non-stop. They kept going after the wound and biting the rhino, pulling at the open flesh. The other 2 rhinos did not help too much. They did not give chase to the hyenas, but rather tried keeping behind the injured rhino as to protect his open wound. The hyenas were relentless and did not leave the poor rhino alone even for a minute. The biting went on for about 7 minutes, but it felt like much longer. The rhino took a rising opportunity and started running. Hyenas following close behind, they were heading in the direction of the river. They reach the river and then disappear into the thickets. Rhino versus elephant. Elephants are practically unstoppable. This punk is stalking its victim. Not usually aggressive to other species, this rhino female has no cause for alarm. She may have a poor eyesight, but she can still smell and hear the punk nearby. He casually pretends he's on a stroll through the bush. The rhino doesn't want any trouble. The punk hits her rear, almost bowling her over. The rhino swipes back. The white rhino weighs in at over 2 tons and has a front horn up to 5 feet long. The horn can be a lethal weapon made of keratin. The rhino's horn is not attached or grown from bone, but is formed from fused hair that grows continuously from its skin. The punk slams into the rhino with the weight equivalent to 2 SU versus. If the punk knocks the rhino over, he could kneel on her, crushing ribs and vital organs. The rhino's body shape gives it a lower center of gravity and good balance, making it hard for the punk to roll her over gravity. The rhinos run faster and makes her escape. Rhino versus man. At Game Reserve in South Africa, a few American tourists on a honeymoon encountered the wrong pair of rhinos at the wrong time. The clips start off with the 2 animals briskly walking towards the Jeep, however, as the vehicle continues to gain speed. The rhino also begins running faster, now getting verbally provoked by the cameraman and his group. Wild animals can be seen practically galloping towards the speeding vehicle, though the video suddenly comes to an end and the outcome sadly remains a mystery. In another video, a group of friends in Chichuan National Park got dangerously close to a young rhino, just trying to go about its day unbothered. The clip initiates with the animal roaming around, right next to the group of locals, one of whom seems to be using a small tree for his protection. To avoid provoking the fearless rhino, the group of friends do their best to stay out its way as it continues to stroll around carelessly. After many intense minutes, the animal luckily decides to spare them, continues in the opposite direction. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe.